Check, check, check. Okay. We're here, we're here, we're here. I'm going to a place I said I would never return to. A place I once abandoned. A place of scum and villainy. And of course, I'm talking about Reddit. So turn that down. All right, so what's popping on Linux memes? I haven't been here in a while. I forgot my account, actually. I forgot the password. Haven't been on Reddit in a while. But these are the places I used to visit for the most part. I wonder, is it as funny as I left it? Let's see. What do we got? I've seen this logo, but I don't know this distro. I don't know what this blue distro is. But I guess I get it. It's Debian is old reliable. Mint is new and efficient. And reliable, I guess, as well. And Arch is, you know, DIY. Okay, stable distros versus rolling release. Yeah, Linux users. You're not a Linux user if you don't enjoy a little bit of instability. It's like it almost attracts the people that like to, you know, see things break so they can fix them. All the games Linux can't run. That's fair. Why the GTA Online hate? I thought GTA Online was like universally liked. I guess I'm out of the loop. I get a lot of these other ones though, like Fortnite and Apex and League especially. Okay, same meme. User-friendly, customizable, and stable. That's fair. Yeah, I guess Linux is going to take all the customizable parts for sure. Yeah, that is fair. macOS would take that spot, the stable and user friendly. That's kind of what it's for. And then Windows is kind of just off to the side. I don't know much about Cosmic. I don't get the meme. I don't get that one either. More car analogies. What are the car analogies? I used a car analogy in a video. I think it was in a short. I used a car analogy. I think I used like a an engine analogy with the explaining what the kernel was, and I was explaining it in terms of the famous Chevy LS engine and how it went into multiple different cars for different outcomes. I like the car analogies though. I respect it. Nothing crazy funny yet though. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Windows users still in the caves. Linux works MFs when a non-Linux user says Linux isn't stable or usable. Same Linux motherfuckers when someone says rolling release distros aren't stable or breaks. Yeah, that's fair. Very true, very true. This was me when I fully converted. A lot of quality, but not a lot of hype. Manjaro? I don't know. Maybe Manjaro or something like that. I don't know. Shut up, my dad works for Canonical and can turn you into a snap package. I respect this one. I like that one. That one gave me a little chuckle. Hearty chuckle. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Thanks, okay. Respect. I don't like this meme because, spoiler alert, they both don't come out as winners in the end of this. So I don't like this one. Windows into support, switch to Linux. Where is this? Oh, it's just a sign like on a dorm or something? Doing my part. Okay. Okay, it is a college dorm. Studying IT. Okay, respect, respect. 100%. Smacking that F2 or that F11, 100%. I don't... GNOME's app drawer at 200% scale. GNOME's app drawer at 100% scale. I don't get it. I guess it does get pretty big. I guess that's the meme. As I'm looking at my GNOME bar right here. It looks fine to me though. I don't know. Is mine too big? I guess mine is like boomerishly big. Maybe I'm not cool enough. Do I need to get my Pi-hole back up and running? I haven't really been seeing many ads, but good lord, some of these ads are wild. Oh, maybe it's yeah, I'm using an incognito window, so I'm getting more ads. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I usually don't get ads. This is point. Custom kernel. What? I don't get. Is the funny part just the absurdity of it? I guess that's the joke. CCNP certified. I don't care about any of this other stuff. CCNP is that's a hard one. I guess the master's in computer science is also a flex. But this is true though, 100%. Because I don't have this. I have the bachelor's in computer science almost. I switched majors at the very end to just general IT, but I had all the credits for a bachelor's in computer science. I had a CCNA. I didn't have any of these. And then yeah, random Linux user. My boss at my first job ended up like after school ended up being a music major, and he was just like a savant at Linux. It's just like you never know, man. Like school helped me, but it doesn't help everybody. I definitely couldn't have gotten where I was without school, but some people just got it. They just got the sauce, man. Okay. Why? How does this get upvotes? I don't understand. I don't understand Reddit. A key fell off. A switch key. Homelessness. I don't get it. I don't get it. Linux distros after users are done customizing their desk environments. Yeah, that's pretty good. They're all unique. I respect that. Respect all builds. Ubuntu 13. Just a screenshot of the hardware. Couldn't even get us a Neo fetch. We just had a picture of the screen. 20 karma. I'd give you some if I was logged in. Too long, ain't reading all that. Good luck though. Penguins escaping windows. Okay. Uh, I respect the format. I forgot what this meme was called. Respect to using the old memes though. Linux users when they see a random person using Linux to IRL. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Linux never succeeded. Sorry, bro. Linux runs the microcontroller in your mom's vibrator. Okay, that's the one. That's the one right there. That's the one. No one's gonna top that one today. Linux never succeeded. Is this Instagram? This is Instagram, isn't it? No, it's Twitter. Or is it Instagram? I can't remember what this is Twitter. That verification. I don't know. I don't use either one of them. Now this is just some AI, just slop. Okay, zero karma. This deserves zero karma. Look at that. Come on, man. Like, what is that? It's got an arm. It's got a wing and an arm. Come on, man. Take it into Photoshop, touch it up a little bit, remove the extra limbs and appendages, like something, man. Put a little effort into it, you know? It's just AI, just garbage. At least doctor it up a little bit. Team Fortress meme. Respect. Respect. I'm on Pop OS right now. Look at that. Right in the middle. I rock with all of these. This is kind of my lineup right here. I mean, I guess it is all the most like popular distros, but that's where I'm at. This lineup is where I'm at right here. That's cool. People saying Linux community is toxic. It is. It is also cool though. Every community can be toxic. I'm sure the cat subreddit is toxic. The I love dogs subreddit is probably toxic. It's Reddit, bro. I installed Hyperland on Mint. I'm trying to rice Pop OS. I still haven't quite done it. I tried to. It still looks pretty noobish though. She said JPEG XL support. That's all you had to say. I like that one too. Yeah. Chrome has to be strong armed by like financial incentive. It's like as soon as the professionals need it, then all of a sudden it's available. It's like regular users, we'll get to it one day. Corporate America needs it. We'll launch it tomorrow. So here's a Chromebook, I guess. How it feels running X11 in 2026. I mean, X11 still exists. I did a video about that as well, about Wayland and X11, but they still coexist. Throw the Discord updates on Linux. Wouldn't re-download the whole application. Huh? Oh, the world if Discord updates on Linux. Oh, okay. See, I use Canary, Discord Canary, which is like daily updates. You get every update for a Discord. I recommend it. Sometimes you'll get bugs because you're getting like the beta build, but like man, if there's like a critical update that you need from Discord, what was it? Screen sharing. Ooh, screen sharing was so bad on the like the Flatpak version of Discord, or just the full release version of Linux for Discord. And Canary had the fix in there, and I've been using it ever since because it solved that problem instantly. So I definitely recommend Canary. It's annoying that you do have to pretty much update Discord every day. Like as soon as you click on it, anytime you click on it, it has an update available. If you haven't clicked on it in like the last 12 hours. But other than that, they install quick and you're always using the latest and greatest. Guys, is this the right flat pack? What is this? What are we doing here? Home OS and software corporate-ish. Snap better than Flatpak. This is on Temu. Canonical for 2184, almost sold out. You can get Snap. That's crazy, man. That should not be legal. What? That must be a joke. That's got to be a joke. That's a meme. We are on Linux memes. I shouldn't take anything seriously here. My tier list of all Linux distros. Very funny. I'm dying laughing here. Jarvis write the command the same wrong way 12 times. Let me wonder why it doesn't work. The meme isn't funny. Just Tony Stark's face in this meme is funny to me. It cracks me up every time. That's converted my friend to Linux based OS. Okay. Respect. Oh, it feels typing studio shut down for you instead of clicking the UI icon. What is this? I like this meme. What is that, a Chicago Bulls jersey? What is this? Demigod. Project Demigod. What is that? I gotta find the source of this meme. Dark 300, what's up, man? Micro slop. Yeah, that's kind of cool. A little blue screen action there. It's funny. Bro, how many of this is getting reposted? They're feeding families off this meme. Ha ha ha. Jeez. Okay. Bro, Arch users swear they're the funniest people on the planet. I swear to. Yeah, that's about me with Mac. I got my MacBook Pro. I love my MacBook Pro. That is my Windows machine, is my MacBook Pro. That's like my only non-Linux machine. An Arch Linux couple found in the wild. What's going on? Arch users in shambles right now. They took the one Arch girl. heard someone say macOS is a modified version of Linux. I don't get the meme. The chicken on the tree. Are they upset that they say that? I guess you are upset when they say that, and the chicken is brooding, about to attack, I guess. Reddit humor, man. Okay, I think I'm looping now. Starting to see the same things over and over again. I think I've reached the end of Reddit. What? Your typical NeoFetch experience. What? I don't get the meme. I'm old, man. I think I'm just old. A single dose of Pop! OS NeoFetch can turn a Gen Alpha person into a Linux fanboy. But like other Linux distro happy, Pop! OS not happy. But it turns you into a Linux. This is the Linux fanboy is the unhappy part of the meme. I'm not even gonna click on the comments, man. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. It's making me feel old because I feel like other people get it. I like that one. Oh man. Why is Africa's not activated? That's I don't even want to dig into this meme. Get into the geopolitics of this meme here. This is funny. I had this moment the other day. I was sharing my screen and I was just updating a machine. Um I was SSH'd into one of my servers and I was just updating it and it was just on my screen on Discord and someone just went by like, "Oh my god, what are you doing? You're, you hacking the mainframe?" I got 80 are you hacking the mainframe jokes. Just literally just running an update. I'm like thinking this is part of the subreddit. It's an Ozempic ad. The Linux propaganda. I love the boots on the ground Linux propaganda. That's my favorite part of this subreddit is when they post like this some like laminated sheet of paper somebody printed on just like notepad. It's perfect, man. And just spreading the word, just spreading the good word, you know? I love that. Oh, GTA mod. Bro, I swear, man, like arch memes are just getting unrecognizable. Okay, I think I've reached the end. I think I've reached the end of Reddit. I think I'm done. Yep, I'm done. I'm done with that one. Yep, off that one, I'm done. Let's check out Unix porn because I want to see some. I need some inspiration, some rice-spiration. I need some inspo for the next rice. Okay, clean, clean. What is that Pokemon's name? Jirachi, something like that? Jirachi, something like that. That was a Final Fantasy right there. That looked kind of cool. Is that the that's just the active applications bar? Or is that a taskbar? No, that's a taskbar because it shows it's highlighted right there and it shows it's open. See, I like that. I like how small and like minimalistic that taskbar is, where you can still kind of see what's there. I like that. See, I might do something like that. I like my big boomer icons though. Arch plus GNOME on Arch users having a fit over this one. GNOME on Arch is like you'll send someone into a rage with that. Hold up. This is the OS? What? Hold up. No way. That's so clean with the equalizer in the back. I didn't even notice that. With the music? What? The tiling looks clean. I mean, that's the least impressive part is the tiling. Whoa, what was that? What was that? You almost leaked the notepad. It's good tiling, good tiling. Man, I'm just impressed with the animations. That's impressive, man. I don't play these games. I never played a Persona game, but this is clean. These animations are sick. What? Or you would have showed like 12-year-old me this, I would have been going crazy. I would have thought this was the coolest. I still think this is one of the coolest Rices I've seen, but this would have blown my mind at like 12 years old that an OS could even look like that. That's pretty sick. I gotta dig more into whatever that was. Do something like that, but I wouldn't choose Persona or like the anime stuff. Respect, but I would do something different. But I like the vision. Respect the build. So this is I saw this one earlier. This is just straight up Windows 7. That's sick, man. I like that. It's not even like attempting to be anything different. It's just straight up Windows 7, all of it. Oh man, the transparent. Oh man, that takes me back. Windows 7 seem it doesn't seem that long ago, but this is making me nostalgic. Wow. This also, man, they really perfected these sort of nostalgia rices. They're just perfected now. Bro, I'm getting mad Ozempic ads. What is like is that a Reddit thing or is that a me thing? Is it trying to tell me something? I'm like 170, man. I don't really have that much more to lose. I like the minimalistic, the black and white. This is something, see, this is something I'd go for. I like this. But people get crazy with it. It's cool animated background. I like the transparent panels too. I like those. See, I need to just sit down and start mapping out my rice, how I want to make it look. Clean animations. That's very 2000s. The bubbles. It's cool. That's cool for a kid's machine right there. I like that. I will build my kid a Linux distro. I just haven't mapped it out yet. That's cool, man. I like that. I wouldn't rock it personally, but that's really cool. It's bright. Cool, cool, cool. That's cool. It's got a theme. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's got a theme to it. Okay, we're getting into kind of just basic territory here. We just got your basic anime rice. Not hating, but I like these retro ones too. That are not they're like ambiguous retro ones, not just straight up just like Windows 7 or Mac OS 1 or whatever you want to call it. It's like kind of it's got its own flavor. I'm sure this is a real desktop though from something or directly referencing something, but more obscure is what I'm saying. I like the more obscure retro ones. You can kind of make it your own. Okay, okay. I like this one too. This reminds me of. I have to go back and look at PewDiePie's rice again because that's what really inspired me when I saw PewDiePie's rice, and I was like, "Oh my god! Like I got to step my game up." This reminds me of that. Another retro vibes, sort of synth wave retro. I feel like the Linux users have way too much time on their hands because most people don't spend crazy amounts of time customizing their OS. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess it's and the religious pretense of Linux turns me and others off. The religious pretense? Is it that deep? Um, the customization is one thing. I guess it's just all what you want to get out of it. Some people just that's all they do is they like rice in their OS. They like making it look cool. They just spend all day doing different environments, and that's just like a hobby. Some people just do it once and they roll with it for however many years. That's kind of where I'm more at. Like I did some customizations. Took me like a day or two to get it kind of how I want it to look, and then haven't really touched it since. I may come back at it another day and try it again, try something else. But yeah, it's not super high on my priority list. I like stock looking OS. I got very stock GNOME. I'm no I'm no stranger to just default looking OS. Now the terminal, on the other hand, I like my terminal to look cool. Let's see my terminal right now. I got Star Wars theme going right now. Here's my terminal. There's my NeoFetch. Nothing crazy, a little something light. These are starting to get kind of generic though. I think I'm good. Or repetitive. They're starting to get repetitive. All right. So I'm going to try and load up IT Specialist Simulator. Let's get back to it. Yesterday, made some progress, or started a new game, made a little progress. See, I'm on medium. I probably should have went easy difficulty because I was struggling yesterday. But I also couldn't remember how the game's played. right, let's get back to it. All right. Well, let me check email. Let me right order of events here. All right. VPN, probably gonna make me authenticate, yeah. This is so crazy. This video game gets too realistic, man. It's frustratingly realistic. It's the best way to put it. I love that Emma is just straight up Storm. She's got the moon earrings. The white hair and the moon earrings and the white eyes. Like, she's just straight up Storm. Everything's plugged in, but nothing happens. Okay. Might be an easy one. On the access point, 2WPA2. I don't know what happened, but it's currently possible to connect our network without any protection. Every transmitted data packet is not encrypted. Okay. Let's put it on my list. These are critical? Alright, so Emma in the warehouse can't turn on the machine. And that's critical. Okay. Okay. All right. Easiest task I'll do today. Have you tried turning it on and off again? That's great. I didn't know those tasks were in the game. I never got that task before. You couldn't give me those on launch day? I was playing this on launch day struggling. I couldn't get no easy ones like that. You usually need to configure security. Oh, this is one I just read. What access point? Yeah, what does it want me to even look at? I don't see anything highlighted. Oh, oh, there it is. Okay. What? Oh, okay. I think I understand. So this is the warehouse access point. Let me see if I can figure this out. If I can't figure this out quick, I might skip that one. Sounds like a rabbit hole I don't want to go down. What am I trying to look for? Browser. See, what's the warehouse network? Let's see. No, those are the different locations. Where's the actual, like the subnets? That's not it. There was something that showed me like info for the, like for the network. Like what subnet, what each subnet represents. Because the task was configure security. So I just need to get into that access point. The warehouse access point. Oh, okay, there's the subnet. 192.168. It's at the 15 dot. There, this one. Security. I don't know what much more to do in here. Only security options are to just changing the password. I don't see anything about security protocols or anything. I guess this is the switch. Maybe not the router. Maybe I missed something. Let's see. Maybe it's this? No. Anything else on the 15 dot? Okay, that's the 15 dot. Okay, so maybe... oh, this is the access point. Okay, this is where I need to be, I think. Enabled? Security WPA2. Boom. Let's go. I'm on a heater right now. When I clocked in with my employee card, I saw a message about no connection. Okay, so this, I need to take this document with me, the RCP. I need to put that. Critical task. What now? Oh my god. Starts printing after a few minutes. Here's a tip. Wait. Maliner. How about you just wait a minute and let it do its thing and chill. Get a cup of coffee or something. Relax. Haven't heard any connection with the printer for the last 3 hours. Oh my god, these printers, man. Hold on, let me put this in the cloud storage. I need that. How do I do this again? Cloud. Save to device. Then I can... yeah, do that. I'm getting the hang of it. Alright, so how do I get to the BIOS of this thing? Scan their card. Logo will appear. As soon as you see the white bar at the top, make sure to click on it. As soon as I see the white bar at the top, make sure to click on it. Okay, easy enough. Okay, we've got no IP, no mask, no gateway. Restart. White bar. There it is. Is it just notifications or something? I don't know. Network state. I just need to... oh my god. Just clicking on everything. I wasn't even paying attention. I just need to apply an IP address, I think. Just give it an IP. What is that? Marsborn? Might be just that easy. Now, what IP is it supposed to have? That's the question. 15.241. $15.241. I don't know if that's the right mask or not. 6.8. Oh my gosh. One thing I wish they would fix is letting this behave more like a real machine as far as like navigating with your keyboard. It's very difficult. Maybe it's just something I'm missing. It might not even be the game, but it's just not intuitive. It does not work like a regular computer where I can just tab over to the next octet. You have to mouse click. It's very frustrating. Okay, let's see. 15.241. Okay, I got the right subnet mask gateway. That should be it. First try. Restart. Connected. No? RCP has the correct configuration. What does that mean? Available on the network. RCP has the correct configuration. What does that even mean? Has the correct configuration. What else did you mention? Mention no connection. What does the correct configuration even mean? Oh, the clock maybe. Is this right? 1:30:26. No, that's right. Everything's right. Time and date's correct. Let's just go back in BIOS then, I guess. Let me take a step back and check the tablet again. Is there anything else? Firmware. Okay, so I probably need to do this too. Okay. We'll try that on the computer. Oh, maybe I need to let it boot. Before I go configuring it. Let's see. .168.15. Oh my gosh. 2.168.15.241. Oh my god, the white cursor is awful. Okay. Horrible idea. I need to use the black cursor. What? It's not admin like everything else? Oh my gosh, you want to be difficult now. The one thing that's not admin. Default login is operator and the password is operator. Okay. Everything else is admin, but we want to be operator now. Okay. Okay. Am I tripping? What am I doing? Operator, operator. Okay. I know I'm dyslexic, but operator, operator. I'm confused. Did I change it? No, I didn't change it. I've never used this before. Oh. No, I was going to say the password may be different depending on the firmware version, but that's not what that means. The default login is operator, and the password is also operator. I swear this game gets me sometimes. I'm not gonna let it though. I'm not gonna let it. Not today. Not today. So this is already on the, it's already bookmarked. See? See? It's different. I'm not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do and flip out. They're really testing me today. With this long ass password too. Vanquish? Who puts that in a password? What is a paprot? See? You can't let the game get to you. You can't let it get to you. It's trying. Alright, why am I even here? I forgot. Oh yeah, those instructions. Correct configuration. So we're in here. We need to go to host. Four dot 235.126.95 UDP. Enable encryption. Enable host registration is off here. 10 is the group ID. 15 is the device ID. Good, good. Maybe I need to uncheck this though. Enable host registration. That's 28990 for the port. Okay. Time and date, use local time. And then reboot. Mark is done. There we go. Just needed to uncheck that checkbox. Oh man, not the printer. What is that? Mountain trip? Absolutely not. You're off your rocker, Millionaire. Not going to that. Yeah, I'll welcome them. Sure. Sure, Jack. I'm on it, Jack. Okay, thanks, Jack. But I'd rather slack off? Brother, I don't want to hear it. Programming language. They have their own programming language in the game? I thought that was just like a joke. I wonder, is that legitimate? Like, you can make stuff within the game's like rule set, and you can code within the game. That'd be pretty sick. I have to check that out. These devs are pretty cool. They would do something like that too. I'm probably on the right track thinking that, because this is the OS that's in this game. It's a lot like Windows, but the fact that they built like an OS just for this video game to like interact with, and like using legitimate network protocols and stuff, is pretty impressive. Like, this isn't just like, you know, a bunch of like on rails. This is not an on rails game at all. Like, if I go and leave this desk and go start pulling cables, this whole network's going down. Like, it's all connected. It's pretty cool. I definitely respect the work they put into this game. It doesn't actually, you know, they don't like show it overtly. But if you kind of know what you're looking at, you respect it. You're like, oh my god, like, this is actually really in depth. Like, this took a lot of work to make. Okay. Let's see what's wrong with this printer. I'm mad about that email. Giving me a lecture. Lecturing me about the printer. Got some nerve. Bust my butt here, man. I don't even know what's wrong. Had any connection to the printer for the last 3 hours. It's a 10.173. That looks right. Is that subnet mask right though? Printer IP 192.168.10.173. So it's telling me the task is the IP address. So no. Yep, subnet mask. Easy. I don't know if I'm just useless or this computer is useless. Man, I need that on a mug. I need that on a t-shirt. I don't know if I'm useless or the computer is useless. That's a bar right there. I can't create a folder called My Projects. Oh, permissions. Okay. I know how to do this one. This one I spent way too much time on yesterday. And all it really is learning how the OS works, which is half of this game. Is like learning how just the systems work, because you're basically in this parallel universe where this operating system is very much like Windows, and you try to use it as if it is Windows, but it's very much their own thing that they created. And you know, you assume it's supposed to work a certain way, and you're on the right track because you remember how it works in Windows, but it's just like you can't quite get to it as like you normally would. So like in this scenario, in Windows, if there was a permissions issue, I would right click on my documents and change the permissions to the My Documents folder. Well, in this, you can't right click. The right clicking doesn't do anything here. And if I try to click on the folder, I get this message. So what you're supposed to do, because I'm like, how am I supposed to right click on documents to edit the permissions or edit the, security settings for it if I can't click on it? You go into System, Users, User, and then you can edit the properties. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. So then you can edit the properties. You can right click there. You can't right click anywhere else, so you can right click there. Admin XL, I think. Cody 1, 2, 3. And then you can start editing permissions. Now you can get in here. Now you can get into documents. Now you can create a new folder, which is called, this took me hours to figure out yesterday. I kept coming back to it. I was racking my brain. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I right, like in Windows, you just right click. Like, why can't I just right click? Then it like came to me. I was like, oh, well, if I go into the actual drive, I can, maybe get into the directory or try and get into the directory that way. Maybe give me more options. And it gives you more options there. All right, what was I doing? Oh yeah, the task. My_projects. Done. I'll talk with my new friend AI, and I think it's absolutely right. Oh my god. Where is this going? I checked the password requirements in the console, and together we believe that the minimum password strength should be 8 characters. Additionally, the password validity period should be at least 30 days. Please change that. I talked with my new friend AI. Man. Now this is too realistic. This is too realistic. People getting all their advice from AI. I love that it says, and together we believe. Like, together we believe. My new friend AI. So I haven't done this type of task yet. So in the console, and together with the minimum password strength. So you just want to change the password? Or you just want to change the password requirements? Let me just see what this device is. So is it just David's machine I'm doing this for? Or is this a... David doesn't have any pull. This is just his machine he wants this requirement on. David's on his security kick. So I think he just wants his requirements changed. I don't even know where to start. Reduce the required password length to 8. Increase the password validity period to 30 days. Okay, so that's going to be in like his system settings. Or user account settings. Big changes to my account in the computer settings? Oh. File encryption. Change your account type, maybe? Yeah, that just changes you from standard to admin, which is not what we want. That doesn't have anything to do with passwords. Doesn't have anything to do with passwords. Nothing to do with password. Is it there when you log in? Let's see, is it when he signs in? Can I do it from there? Okay. So this is his, whatever his password is. There's nothing here to change. So maybe this is something else on the admin side. No, it sent me here though. The task sent me to this machine. Check the password requirements in the console. Okay, so he's in command line. So this is okay. So there's probably a guide to do this. He changed his password in the console. Let me check my documents. Just installing the OS. Anything about passwords? No. Those are just the same thing. Let's check the forums. I find stuff on here all the time. Tutorials. No. Not network. Not really a bug. Those are actual bugs for the game. Problems. Nope. Nothing useful here. To change his password requirements. Boot drive or installing the system. I don't need. Dang it. Alright, so nothing useful here. Minimum password length should be 8. That's what I was looking for. The network addressing. Earlier. I don't see anything that's going to help me change his password requirements. I'm stumped on this one. Start clicking around again. He said he was in requirement in the console. What does he mean by console? Because in the game, they call the terminal the terminal. I hear console, I think terminal. But the game calls it terminal. So I don't think that's the same thing. See anything password related, like change your password, or I hadn't run across anything like that. Even just clicking around random stuff. Password. There's no search bar. I don't even know what commands this thing even uses. Is it Windows commands? Let's see, ipconfig. Okay, so it is Windows commands. So where in Windows would you change this? It's like in Windows, where would you change your password? That sounds like a Active Directory thing. Every time I get one of these requests, I think Active Directory. So is there... So when I think changing password requirements, I think like Active Directory. What? Switch us settings. Reduce the required password length to 8. Increase the password validity period 30 days. Let's see how to do this on Windows. Okay, so you can do this on PowerShell. Maybe... So it's something I gotta do through terminal, I'm assuming. Let's see. Okay, that accounts. Minimum password age is 15, length is 12. Okay, so... Okay, so length needs to be 8. How do I... And it wants 30 days. So that's net accounts /max max password age. PW age 30. Okay. So do I just change password age to password length to 8? Uh-oh. Oh, Lynn. The L-E-N. No? Max PW Lynn. Colon value. What? Oh, the minimum, I think. Reduce required password length to 8. So min password length 8. Look at that. A little Google. But if you just Google the Windows command, then you find it. That works. I wonder, did that tell you that wasn't in? There's no way that was in the game. It's not in here anywhere, right? Like, I would have had to Google that if I didn't know it off the top of my head, which I don't. A lot of Windows stuff. That's fine if so. I just want to make sure I'm not I want to make sure I'm using all my resources in the game before I go outside of the game to find answers. I don't want to, like, you know, cheat if I was supposed to find it somewhere in the game. But I don't think that one. Like, maybe that was on the... I didn't see anything on the forum that said that. I didn't see anything that talked about that specific scenario. Usually stuff like that would be in the forum on here, where it'd be like, okay, this is a weird scenario that you otherwise wouldn't know. But I'm fine with Googling it if I need to. I just don't want to be cheating. Thanks for adjusting the password policy. Maybe the AI was wrong. Or it didn't take into account that I'm working in a company. Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of Davids in the workplace just listening to AI. End of day. This is my best day right here. This is my best day. Complete 5 days of work. Day 3. Total completed tasks 8. That's my best day right there. I need a promotion. I'm director now. I'm calling myself director. It's just like real IT office. All the Christmas stuff's still up. All right, let's load it up. I'm hungover. It's a new day. It's on the old agenda for today. Okay, seems like you would test that before you started plugging stuff in, you know? 2.4 gigahertz band. Brother. Noah. You're on thin ice, Noah. Like, it was cute at the beginning, but it's starting to get on my nerves. I don't even know what I fixed, Moliner. Don't ask what happened. It's not even worth it's not even worth commenting on. At this rate, I'll end up quitting this place myself soon if this keeps going. What, man? Relax. Everybody here's so uptight, man. Chill. We'll get it done, man. Set the Wi-Fi band on this access point to 2.4. So it's the 15 dot network. I could probably do that real quick, like get on the VPN. Cannot connect. Connected. That was weird. Yeah, cannot connect. Please try again. What? I'm connected to the internet, but I can't connect to the VPN? You know what? Alright, I can still get to this network at least. That's not what I need to get to though. I need to get to the router or the access point. You are on 2.4 gigahertz. Set the Wi-Fi band to 2.4 on the dot 15. What's wrong? 15.211. Just type in 211. Okay, different access point, I guess. What in the world? Oh, it's on 6 gigahertz. Bada bing, bada boom. Done. On different tech channels, I often see super pushy switch to Linux. Now it's better. People, which just makes Linux users look super bad and religious. Why is this such a common thing? Yeah, I mean, there's gatekeepers in every hobby. Like, there's going to be people that are passionate about a hobby, and those are usually the people that'll be the loudest. So, like, yeah, I can see that. That's definitely a thing with Linux users, and those people get made fun of by other Linux users like me. The people that are very cult-like. I think that's what you meant when you say like religious. Yeah, very cult-like. They treat Linux like it's a cult and it's an exclusive club that you know, that you have to meet certain requirements to be a part of. And yeah, I don't subscribe to that ideology. But yeah, I get it. Like, switch to Linux now, the people that are super pushy about it. But, you know, those are just passionate people, I would say. But I get the messaging, though. Some people, the messaging is just a little too aggressive. I like to always say Linux isn't for everybody. And I used Linux for the longest, like with Windows. I had a Windows machine, I had a Linux machine. I would switch back and forth. Some Windows stuff I'd use. It just became less and less of like, I kept finding alternatives to the Windows stuff that I was using. So it's like, it wasn't like where I just forced myself to use Linux. I kind of just weaned off of Windows to the point where I was just like, man, I really just don't need Windows. And then the final straw was it was my own fault, but I accidentally moved from Windows 10 to 11 and I didn't want to. I had already tried Windows 11 when it came out. I didn't like it. It was the file searching was like, oh man, it was really annoying trying to search through files on Windows 11. It was super slow. I know that got fixed. There were some things you could do to tweak it, but I just backed out, went back to 10. I was like, I'll check on Windows 11 later. And then one day, probably not paying attention, I clicked on, I think I was updating Windows 10, and I was actually upgrading to Windows 11, kind of one of those dark pattern things where, you know, they didn't make it super obvious what I was clicking on. And I ended up accidentally migrating again to Windows 11. And at that point, I was just like, man, this is annoying. I'm just gonna blow Windows up and put Ubuntu on here. I think I did Nobara OS first. Now I'm on Ubuntu. I'm on Pop OS. But yeah, it was never like like I needed to force myself to use Linux. Like I just need to, you know, I need to join the cult, you know, as you put it. But yeah, I'll definitely make some Windows user jokes here and there, but it's all in good fun, you know. I still respect the game. Respect all builds. But yeah, that's my take on it. But yeah, avoid those people. Avoid the gatekeepers. Unsubscribe from the gatekeepers, or ask YouTube not to recommend you those. There's some good Linux users out there for sure. I have met Linux users who are also super grill hard about hating anything Ubuntu, and it's like, why? Yeah. It's like, yeah, like I said though, that's any hobby. Any hobby is gonna have that. Like you could replace that with cars, where it's like you go into a car, you know, go into the car community, and you say, you know, I think the Honda Civic is the best car, and then you'll have a million people jump on you and tell you how you're wrong. And it kind of puts people off. Those vocal minorities that are super aggressive and stuff will kind of put you off. But yeah, you just gotta do your best to kind of tune those people out. Get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. That's what I was trying to say. Get what you want out of it. And you don't have to subscribe to the cult. I need P-mail. What's P-mail? I don't think we want P-mail. That sounds illegal. I didn't realize they called it P-mail. That's funny. Should be an easy one. Man, this internet's slow. Who's the network admin here? Fire that guy. This network's slow. Done. Easy, easy. We're speedrunning this game now. I'm a speedrunner now. Send a file to print. The printer only starts printing after a few minutes. Data rate? Slow data rate on the printer? I'm thinking. Oh, that's a closet. I do wish they would add NPCs to this game. Like, they're just people chilling behind the desk or something. Add a little bit more, like, life to the game. It's very lonely. Very lonely game. Bump you up. Easy. Avatar to an astronaut. Got the crouch walk. Oh, you used to. You have to. I remember now on the. If if I remember correctly, when this game first came out, you had to actually go to the tower and like press the power button. You couldn't just power the computer on from the seat like this. And also the monitor settings. I don't remember these monitor settings either. I think these are new. So he wants an astronaut something. Hey, what's up? Really love your content, or love your content. Really helped me get into the gaming side of Linux, especially seeing a fellow Street Fighter 6 player on there. What made you go to Nobara to pop? Oh man, a fellow Street Fighter player also? I was glad I could help with helping you get into the gaming side of Linux. That means a lot. When I went from Nobara to pop, Nobara, it was more, I think I explained this in another video. I can't remember what I exactly said or if I remember why. I just know that Nobara wasn't, I can't remember the exact thing, but it had to do with work. Working on Nobara, because I work on this PC as well as the one I play games on. And Nobara was good for the gaming side. It was perfect for the gaming side, but for some reason on the work side, it wasn't cutting it for me. And I don't think it was like anything super like overt. I think it was more or less just like my preference. Like I was just more used to being in an Ubuntu environment at work. So I wanted to get to an Ubuntu based OS, and Nobara's Fedora, of course. So I think that was more it. I just wanted to be more comfortable in in something that was a little bit more like, I'm not trying to say, a little bit more simplified, I guess is the best way to put it. Something a little bit more simplified that I could something a little bit more stable. Because I was running Nobara with Plasma, and things were just not going good for me with work stuff. Like with all the applications I had to run for work, like Zoom and a lot of the web applications and some of the other stuff. I was just having to do a lot of configuration when I was on Nobara. But not in a bad way. Like no shade to Nobara, because I actually use Nobara now on my arcade machine. So when I'm playing Street Fighter 6 now, I'm playing it on Nobara OS, because it was the other way around. It was Nobara and then Ubuntu, and now it's Ubuntu and Nobara. They kind of switched places. So yeah, more or less just preference why I switched. Love Nobara still though, so I had to keep using it. I thought this was the desktop of your Linux install. Never heard of it. Do you recommend to get it? What are you referring to? I thought this was the desktop of your Linux install. Never heard of it. Oh, this is this game, or this my Linux distro right now is Pop OS. So this is what I'm rocking right now. Just Pop OS. I'm still waiting for them to release version 24. Still on 22. That's my kernel. Oh, the game I planned. Yeah. So IT Support Simulator, this is its own OS. Like they built like an OS for this game. It's crazy. It's like incredible. They built their own OS that runs like Windows, and it runs inside the game. It's like a real OS. You can install it from a bootable drive in the game. This game is pretty cool. Like I'm probably not even scratching the surface on this game. I definitely want to play it more though. Like the first time I played it, I've been like thinking about it ever since. I'm like, man, I need to get back to playing it, because I want to just play it on stream and like kind of learn it as I go on stream, because I just think it's relevant to like my channel. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I forget what they call it. It's called like it has a name. The OS has a name. OS, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Sypic? That's the name of the OS in the game. But yeah, it runs very much like Windows. I just installed Catchy OS myself an hour ago. Removed Windows 10. Plus Windows 11, I don't like it. Yes, was consistently, I have that same story. Was consistently fighting with it, yeah. My same source. So Catchy OS an hour ago. So you just switched to Linux an hour ago? That's impressive. Respect. From Windows 10? Yeah, I guess it's time to move from Windows 10, sadly. I liked Windows 10. After it was out for a little while. I don't think I liked it very much at first. Not gonna lie. But Windows 11 made me really appreciate Windows 10. Like when Windows 11 came out, I was like, I looked at Windows 10, I was like, I'm sorry for anything bad I've ever said about you, Windows 10. I was on my hands and knees just apologizing to Windows 10 after Windows 11 came out. Please forgive me all the bad things I said about you. You dabbled with other distros. Okay. So not your first rodeo. Avatar to an astronaut. I was just kind of in a spot where I could personalization. Change his avatar to an astronaut. How do you even change the avatar? It's gonna be one of those things where it'll take me forever to figure out how to do it, and then I'll never forget how to do it after I do it once. Should be under personalization, right? Wallpapers. It's not under system. Maybe it's like when you first log in, you can change it. Let's try rebooting. No, I don't think you can't do anything from the login screen. To change the account type. Make changes to my account in the computer settings. Nothing here is about avatar though. Can't right click on his picture. Gotta be in there somewhere. Let's see. Oh, that makes sense. I'm keeping Abara on my primary PC to dive more into it, but I'm going to check out some other OSs on my home lab setup. Have you checked out Zorin? I've heard it's solid. I've heard that as well. I have not tried it though. But yeah, I'm the other way with Nobara. See, I've got Nobara on the arcade machine, so I'm gonna tinker around with it more. I don't know, you can really see it from here. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit. You can kind of see a little bit of what I'm talking about. But this is... No, I don't have a camera point to the arcade machine, but I've got a little screen here. Maybe if I just show... Yeah, you can't really see it from here, but if you look over here, I have a little screen down here that I have my kind of like status indicators on there. I got my widgets and stuff from Plasma, KDE Plasma, but I'll show it one day. I'll like break it down. But yeah, I've got Nobara OS. It's actually a dual monitor setup on the arcade machine. And it's running Nobara, yeah, like Nobara and Plasma. And I've got yeah, I've got like system setting, or got my system monitoring tools on there with like my widgets, like CPU, RAM, network speed, all my cores and whatnot. And then on the big screen, I have Steam Big Picture mode, and that's how it's running right now. It just launches Steam Big Picture mode, and it's ready to play. But yeah, I'm gonna keep ricing that. I'm gonna keep messing around with it, and that's another thing why I use Pop! OS on my main PC. Is like I don't want to use my main PC to like do all the ricing and customization. I want that to be sort of separate because I use it for work. I don't want to brick it. I don't want to brick it and then like the next day, or I'm spending all night trying to figure out what I bricked or what I broke, and to get ready for work the next day. I don't want to be in that scenario. So that's why I'm kind of just using boring Pop! OS on that machine. And then I'll use Nobara on the sort of elective machine for fun. How do you change the avatar? Are you on the Linux? Yes, I am on the Linux. I am on the Linux. I am playing IT Specialist Simulator on Pop! OS. So I'm in an OS inside of an OS. Inside of... No, I think that's it. I would say I'm like in a virtual machine, but I'm not. It's running on bare metal. I'm stumped on this. I don't know how to change the avatar. I'm about to give up. Am I new to Linux? No. I'm a year in. I'm a year into daily driving Linux, I'll say. I'm a year into daily driving it. I've worked at my job with Linux for a while. Like maybe 20% of it is Linux stuff. But yeah, I mainly just use Linux at my job and then kind of as a hobby. But now I am daily driving it. So for about a little over a year now, I've been daily driving Linux like 100%, minus my MacBook. I think I noticed that you have an NVIDIA GPU. Have you encountered problems with Linux gaming, Proton, or more specifically, lower performance than with Windows 10 or with an AMD GPU? No. I think maybe I may have ran into some specific NVIDIA stuff and like the early days of testing out distros and stuff. But no, as far as like performance dips, no, Proton has been solid. Trying to think of any so I did a couple videos about Path of Exile 2. I was really wanting to play Path of Exile 2 on here, which it does run well and it runs native. But that was like the last game that I like had I won't say performance issues, but required me to do a little bit of tweaking. But I don't think that was Linux's issue. That was more or less just my 3080 trying to run it at, however many frames I was trying to run it at and things like that. But other than that, I don't think that was like an inherent NVIDIA issue. But I think as long as you're, I'm sure you can mess it up. I guess what I'm trying to say. As long as you're running some like standard firmware, you should be fine. Like whatever like Pop! OS makes it super easy. Nobara makes it super easy. Where it gets you the right drivers. You're not having to do a lot of manual installations. You're getting the right firmware. So no major issues with NVIDIA or performance issues either. I've got a 3080 in this machine, and I've got an AMD card in the arcade machine, but I can't remember what it was. I'll have to check it out later. But yeah, 3080, and yeah, it works fine. Oh man. So yeah, to answer that question, am I new to Linux? Not really. You started using Linux in 2007. 2007, I was still in high school, and I wasn't even a PC gamer in 2007. I wasn't even really into computers all that much. in 2007, just what a normal teenager would have been. My MySpace page was clean 2007. I will say that. My MySpace page was top notch. That was about the extent of it. Did I ever figure out the Street Fighter 6 stuttering issue? Man, was that a GPU issue? So man, that's a deep cut because that was a long time ago that I had that issue with Street Fighter 6. Man, that's wild. You remember that. But yeah, the Street Fighter 6 stuttering, I believe that was, I can't remember what it was exactly, but I think it may have been, it was either a GPU issue or it was a remote play issue. I can't remember. Because I think at the time I was running it locally. Because there was a time where this arcade machine was only remote play. It only did Steam remote play. And then I switched over to running it bare metal. And it was like a 1070 Ti. So running Street Fighter 6 on that on the GPU was, on a 1070 Ti, it was a little rough. So I eventually just updated this machine. So since that Street Fighter 6 stuttering issue, this whole machine is different now. I think I kept the chip, the AMD CPU that was in it. That's like it. New motherboard, new RAM, new GPU, AMD. So yeah, stuttering issue went away after that. I was just running on really old hardware at the time. I think that was the problem. Trying to run a new AAA game. What is all these messages retracted? I think the YouTube auto mod kicked in or something. Removed all your messages. What the heck? Back when Ubuntu was 2 to 3 years old. In 2007? I don't know. Digital hygiene. Okay. Respect. Alright, so I'm giving up on this task. I've stalled long enough on this task. I don't know how to change the avatar. The most simple of tasks, and I couldn't figure out how to change his avatar. Oh well. Port 014 on the router. Activate. Sounds easy. On what router though? On the .40 or the 45.1. Wait, what? What's in here? Oh. What's the difference between this server rack and this server rack? Okay. Yeah, digital hygiene. I caught that when you said that. Deleted the messages. Okay. See, I thought it was like, so sometimes YouTube auto mod just kicks in and starts just nuking people just for no reason. But yeah, I respect that. Ubuntu did release in 2004 and you were using it in 2007. Respect that. See, I didn't even get really into man, I'm going down memory lane here. It's probably 2 years after that. So 2009, I was in community college and I took my first, oh yeah, 2009 or 2010, one of the two. And I took my first programming class, just community college, I was just doing general ed. Uh-oh. Okay, reconnected. And yeah, took my first programming class, never looked back. So we patched 014, 013. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be a software engineer after that. I was like, I'm going to be a coder. This is going to be it. And then like get into year 3 of computer science bachelor's. And I was like, you know what? I'm having more fun in the like CCNA class, like the networking class. I'm going to switch over to general IT. And that's when I got more into like Linux and stuff. People think Linux only recently got easy to use, but it's been easy back then too. The only game changer for me was Proton. Yeah, that had to have been the definite game changer when Proton became. But yeah, you had like other stuff as well. Like Wine is not new. Yep, yeah, GPU was old. I think that was it. Yeah, just old GPU. Just struggling to do like new stuff. Activate 014 on the router. Oh, run 4 port. See, I wasn't even paying attention to the instructions. Gonna try out Zorin this weekend. Let you know how it goes. Trying to have a bunch of repurposed laptops. Act as a cluster. Make a home lab NAS setup. Yeah, that's the way to go. Got a bunch of old hardware. Cluster it together. Get some use out of it. Bunch of little nodes all working together. That's what I need to do. I have like just collected so many single board computers over the years that just aren't doing anything right now. I think one of them is like running a Kali VM on it, and that's like it. It's like I don't even use it. So yeah, I need to put those to work. Clustering might be the move. Oh, see, I didn't even save what I did. Please activate 014 on the router. Run port 4. Does it want me to do port 4 like that? Run port 4. Run 4 port. Is that on the patch panel? Let's see, restart. See, nothing is lighting up here. Oh, maybe I need to get in and actually activate it on the router itself. It's the 10.175.35 network. I don't think I've interacted with that network at all on here. I played games, Quake 2 base with Wine in 2007, worked out of the box. The more recent games often required a lot of Wine tinkering, custom Wine patches. It's amazing that most annoying thing about Linux is finally almost completely solved. Yeah. Yeah. We're entering like kind of the golden age as far as ease of use for gaming. That was another reason why I switched. It was kind of like I was running out of excuses because the excuse was like games. It's like, oh, I can't play my Call of Duty, I can't play my Battlefield on Linux. And then I eventually just stopped playing those games and it ran out of excuses. I started getting more into fighting games. And as I got more back into fighting games, I was like, oh, well, all these are very Linux friendly. Like I can get all my emulators, run Fightcade, like, you know, play all my retro fighting games, and then also play the new ones. All their new ones run on Linux. It's like I ran out of excuses. Funny thing, Flight Simulator 2024 works perfect on Linux. When I dabbled in the past, I noticed that most of my games run on debloated Windows 10 or even better, or at least in the fluidity of the frames. So, okay, that's the new Flight Simulator that came out, yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah, I didn't see any like the games that I played on Windows and then the same games on Linux, I saw no difference. If not, you know, maybe even better. I don't like to say, you know, they ran better, but I didn't notice a dip or change. So I guess that's a good thing. My GPU right now is 3080 on this machine I'm playing on right now. 3080. Yep, NVIDIA 3080, RTX 3080. Couple generations behind, but it still runs. Still runs my 1080p games. That's all I want. 1080p gamer. So what is that 10.network? See, I'm confused on that 10.network it wants me to use. This day is probably going to end on here soon, isn't it? When I saw that Wabajack install actually was possible on Linux, I took this plunge. Okay. Do you have a streaming schedule? No, unfortunately. Usually follow through the week. Really catch more. Man, that means a lot, but no, I don't have a schedule. See, I just haven't really done that much YouTube-wise in this past year. I mentioned yesterday, I was on yesterday, and I kind of mentioned this and kind of was explaining why. It was just like, mostly just work got busy, to sum it up. Work got busy, so YouTube kind of took a backseat. Things kind of got shook up. My boss retired and things got shook up. So I was like laser focused on that, making sure things got, you know, back to a stable place. So now that's kind of stabilizing. So now I think I'll start being on a little bit more. But as far as a live stream schedule, that's a thing maybe one day. Like, I don't know, I never thought of myself as like a live streamer or be, you know, honestly just being that entertaining it live. A lot of my heavy lifting is through editing to make myself seem entertaining. So but I like it. I like live streaming and just getting on and just chilling. But yeah, maybe one day, you know, maybe one day. I don't like to you know, overpromise, underdeliver. I know a lot of people say that, but yeah, even if it's just like, you know, once a month or something like that, I can maybe stick to, you know, where it's just like 2 days out of the month, boom, I'll be here and I'll do some like long live streams instead of just trying to, you know, be on every day or every other day, because I'll set myself up for failure. Because something will happen, something will blow up at work, or you know, kids get sick, that kind of thing. I just don't like to make promises like that. Life happens. But what I will do is I'll try to schedule them out ahead of time. So like, instead of just me popping up randomly, which I know is like, you're not gonna grow or attract people if you're just popping up randomly to go live, unless you're, you know, already established. So I know what I'm doing is not efficient. But yeah, once I get back into the groove of things, just editing and just being back into the YouTube world, I'll start scheduling the live streams ahead of time, where it's like, okay, I'll at least like, all right, I'm coming back for this month on these, you know, 2 or 3 days. I'm gonna definitely be here these couple days. I may pop up randomly some other days, but these are the days I'll be here, and I'll be here from this time to this time, and I'll schedule it out, you know, a week in advance or something. I'll probably do that. Nice. You should get a very significant performance increase in the near future. They finally started to fix the NVIDIA performance issues. Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't know if that already happened or not. So that's still kind of in the pipeline, where they're going to fix some of those NVIDIA problems. I know that had been like a topic in the Linux world for a while is like fixing some of the compatibility issues with NVIDIA. All since that famous middle finger that Linus gave NVIDIA, it's been a long time coming. I'll make sure to try and catch it as long as life work crazy on my will. Yep. Yeah, life, man. Life surprisingly gets in the way of a lot of different stuff. But I can't complain. I cannot complain. See, so this is some of the 10.network stuff. So so the router, it's not really giving me detailed info though. 10.175.35.1. Well, that's the day. I noticed that the other Linus Tech Tips started to make more Linux content, even Gamers Nexus. Yeah, I did. I don't watch them as much as I used to, but I do see their thumbnails pop up, and I have noticed that. I'm like, is it me or are like the, I don't want to say like tech normies. That's kind of like a negative connotation, but like that's for lack of a better term, the normies. They make content for the tech normies. And they're talking about Linux more, which is like, wow, it must really be getting some traction if they're like, you know, because they want to appeal. When I call them normies, I just mean they want to appeal to a wider audience. And if they're getting more into Linux and like pushing Linux more, I'm like, dang, well, maybe it is really getting, that's like a you know, an indicator that it's becoming more user friendly when like just your, you know, your widespread tech channels are focusing in on Linux. I think that's really cool. That's a good sign though. You're getting more mainstream. Maybe it's the YouTube algorithm. I don't know. I think Windows 11 really left a sour taste in people's mouths. For whatever reason, you know, there's a handful of different reasons. You can go in a lot of different directions on why people didn't like Windows 11. I said it was mainly because of the file search. The file search that was the first thing I noticed, and I was like, navigating through the file structure was super slow, and that's what turned me off to Windows 11. And I kind of just never looked back. But I know there's a lot of other stuff between Copilot and ads and whatever else your reason is, you know, people are starting to ditch Windows. I think it's just a thing that's just happening. I mean, you know, it's not that big probably of a user base, probably a small percentage, but that small percentage makes up a lot of people. And I think that's what these YouTubers are seeing. It's like, you know, it may be just a small percentage shift of people wanting to switch over to Linux from Windows, but that small percentage is still probably hundreds of thousands of people, you know, and they want to capitalize on that. Yeah, I think a lot of people are jumping ship from Windows 11, and Linux has so many options now that there's not really a reason not to anymore. Yeah, that was kind of the boat I was in. I ran out of excuses pretty much. I was like, why am I not daily driving Linux? And she's like, you know, I ran out of excuses. I was like, all right, well, time to switch. Well, if that's the case, then why am I still using Windows then? Windows will always be the most popular, I feel like. It's just, yeah. The Linux ship is full of holes for me. I can't use 80% of my programs on Linux. Yeah. I wouldn't switch then. I would just stay where you're at. Stay on Windows. Like I said, this was a small percentage. I'm talking about a very small percentage, single digits probably, of Windows 11 users that switch to Linux. But that small, you know, 3-4%, it still makes up for a lot of people, you know. And I feel like that's where, you know, a lot of this new viewership is coming from on YouTube. It's that little bump of people, you know, even just people that are curious, not people that want to switch. It's not all about switching either. Like it's not like it's an either or scenario. Some people just want to, you know, try their options, see what's out there. They keep hearing Linux is a little bit easier to use than it used to be, and they want to try it out. Don't have to draw a hard line in the sand. Straight up normal modern wine is a way to run most of these apps, or you can find alternatives. Yep. If you're still enjoying Linux, then more power to you. You enjoy the OS of your choice. Yep, exactly. No shame on Windows users. Cannot run DWP apps. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've heard, yeah, some people's experiences with Linux, or just people, you know, just it's not for them. Like the applications they want to run, how they want to run them, what they want to deal with, what their threshold for like an acceptable amount of, you know, tinkering and troubleshooting to deal with. Like what's your limit? Like there's tons of reasons not to switch to Linux, or not to fully switch to Linux, or maybe just keep it at arm's length. But but you got to keep in mind that you're talking about Windows desktop. Interacting, you can't avoid to not interact with Linux, period. Like you're interacting with Linux all the time. It's just Linux desktop is kind of what we're talking about, which is a very small percentage of Linux machines in the world. And a small percentage of desktops as well. Like most desktops are Windows and Mac. Linux is just a small cut of that market share. For sure. But yeah, not for everybody. I'm not here to push Linux on anyone. But you know, I'm here. I'm here if you need me. What to do now? I'm thinking. Since we got a Street Fighter 6 fan here, I think I might fire it up. See how I hadn't gotten to stream the arcade machine yet, really. On the new, yeah, I don't think I've streamed from it since I kind of upgraded it. I guess maybe once or twice, but not since I've got this. Not since I've installed Nobara on it. I don't think I've tested it out yet, so it might be a good time to try it. Let's see. Is it actually moving? Yeah. Let's see here. I need to shrink myself. There, maybe that's better.
Street Fighter 6.
All right, let's see. See how can you see me here? Yeah. Camera's working. Test out my new USB PCI card actually too. It's hard not to believe you aren't a diehard Linux fan with a background like that. Hey, I am a diehard fan. I never said I wasn't. I'm just not I don't subscribe to the cult-like behavior that you were describing earlier. That's for sure. I don't subscribe to that. To where you know, it's fun in games to poke at Linux or poke at Windows users or whatnot, you know. But I don't subscribe to the, you know, Windows bad, all Windows users are bad and idiots. Like, I don't subscribe to that. But yeah, I am definitely a Linux fan for sure. 100%. Are you excited for Alex coming in March? I'm a grappler main. I never played Alex really. Like, I didn't play much like Third Strike. I was kind of I was not into fighting games. I was out of fighting games at that time. And yeah, so I didn't know much about Alex, but this new design of him seems pretty cool. Like, I really like the remix to his theme, the new jazzy NYC 99 or whatever they call it. The new version of it. I heard it the other day. It sounds really good. It's like, it's the jazziest of jazzy fighting game songs. What should I expect performance-wise with physics in a game like Batman Arkham series? I don't think you should have any problems running an Arkham game. Running the Arkham series on Linux? I'm not sure how those games were developed, but I don't think you should have any problems with Arkham games. I could be wrong, but I want to say, let me check ProtonDB. Hold on. Checking this out. Go to ProtonDB, protondb.com, and check and just type Arkham and see what pops up. Speaking of Alex's theme, because that's also Ken's theme too, right? In Third Strike, if I'm not mistaken. Time to lock in. Zangief's gonna kill me. Yeah, if you want to see if a game runs well on Linux, go to protondb.com, Delta Bravo, and search your game. It'll tell you how well it runs on Linux. It'll tell you if it's like native or if it's like, if you need Proton, what version of Proton. People will write in the comments like how they get the game to run on their machines. This freaking Zangief, man. He just sits there. He's like a wall. What's the deal? He is really just waiting for me to mess up. He's like an old school fighting game AI. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do that. Where it just kind of waits for you to move and just reacts to you. Okay. This how you got the platinum? This guy. Let me build meter at least. Ah. My anti-air game. Oh, there we go. Right before time expires. They did a good job with Zangief's design, though, for this game. Like, where he fits in with kind of the new characters that they've announced versus, like, the original roster. His character model holds up. Him, maybe not so much. Dude. Loves that kick, that low kick. Chop me to death. You got a 4070? See, I was like close to getting a 4070. Like when they GPUs got back down to MSRP, I was tempted. But I was like, nah. I don't have a need for it. Like if there was a game I absolutely needed a 4070 for, I would be a little bit more tempted, but that. So I never know how the range. Oh no, I got splattered. I never know the range on that. Oh my god, it almost killed me. About to Hail Mary's level 3 super. I'll tell you right now. Oh. Hey, I said what I was gonna do, and I did it. It just didn't land. That sounds like a pain, having to check a website just to run games. I mean, yeah, that sounds like a pain to you. I would not use Linux. It's usually not an if the game will run. Usually, you know the game will not run if it has Windows kernel level anti-cheat. You'll just know it won't run. But it's just a matter of, you know, compatibility issues that have been reported and whatnot. You just kind of get an idea of how the game will run, like what your results will be. And it makes it even easier because there's a Steam plugin that you incorporate ProtonDB into Steam, and it's just a plugin, and it'll just tell you on Steam how well the game will run. So yeah, if it's installing the plugin is a pain, then I guess Linux is pain. Paying attention to my drive bar, really killing me. I don't know why I duck every time somebody jumps. I'm like, I just freeze. I know I'm supposed to anti-air, and I just freeze. Oh, he got me. Nice. I'm already burned out again. Hey, the random level 3. I'll never get tired of that super, man. Oh my gosh. That was a diamond player though. It's a diamond player. I'm hanging with him. Hanging with a diamond Ken. How is he just burning me out so much? I mean, I know I'm spamming, but he's just draining my bar. I feel like I'm playing not that aggressive. Maybe I'm blocking too much. Oh, I can't grab out of that. Oh, he burned himself out. Capitalize on it.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, I'm burned out. Take it. It was ugly, but I'll take it. He has not done like one combo on me. I just realized that. He's just beating me with fundamentals. For a platinum player, I would expect like... I cannot grab out of that. Nice. Got a round off of him. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I think that ran well, though. I have to watch the replay. See how well that looked. I think it ran pretty well. See how the capture looked. I have a different view on tinkering from Linux users. My tinkering is more social oriented. Plus, once you get older, Linux looks more painful by the ages. Yeah, I can see that. I see that perspective for sure. You're definitely not, you're not alone in that perspective, I would say. That's probably a very popular perspective. Cool. How long have I been going For 2 hours, man? Does not seem that long. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I just wanted to try out the arcade machine, see how it looked. Let's see. Just messing around with scenes. I really just put kind of all this together in OBS like today. So yeah, I'll announce next time I'll go live. I'll try to announce it ahead of time. Just like not even announce, maybe like a community post or just like scheduling the live stream. I never done that before. Just like you have the live stream where it has a little button under it that says notify me when they go live. I'm gonna try and do that next time, and just that'll be kind of how I'll do it. Instead of setting a schedule like on a calendar, it'll just be like, all right, I'll be live in like 2 days or 1 day or 3 days from now. You'll have it. You can get notified when I do go live, and I'll try to like adhere to that sort of ahead of time notification instead of a set calendar schedule. Because I know something will pop up where I'll miss that scheduled time and date, because it's just how life is, But thanks for coming out. I appreciate y'all. It was fun. Until next time.